Our final year project OS-COLLAB is ranked on Google. We have hosted it on Vercel, which provides us a free platform to host the applications of Next.js. So this is our landing page that shows some GIF images of what features we are providing in our applications, then some key points with images of internal interfaces. Then we have a login system. Our login systems are of two types. One is you can continue with Google, and the other one is you can go with email and password. If you registered using email and password, you need to verify your email as well. So I have already set it up my profile so I can go using Google. So I'm logging in with Google. And once you are authenticated, you will be redirected to the dashboard. The dashboard is hard-coded right now. Once we have completed our application, this dashboard will show you the user's total projects, the features that are being created on their own, and his projects by someone else, bug reporters, and open issues. These are all the stats that this user has. So the other thing we have is a profile. The user can go to profile where he can set up his personal information. He can upload an image that could be anything, just not more than 1 MB. We have restricted that to 1 MB, so we have a bio address and zip code. Then I can just change it to show if it's working fine. Once I have saved the changes, you can see that it's been reflected on my navbar as well. So that means that's been working fine without any lag. Images have been uploaded to the database. We are using Azure as a cloud container for uploading the images. Then we have skill settings. In skill settings, users have to provide the skills related to their programming languages, frameworks, databases, and other skills. He can choose between the expertise level. Let's change it to expert. And then he can provide his LinkedIn, Stack Overflow, and websites. So save changes. Once we save the changes, you will be redirected to the public profile. Public profile is basically what other people can see your profile. So this is how you can see your profile. You can just click on hit. It will be redirected to the dashboard. As you can see, I have provided my GitHub profile. So here is where it will be redirected to another tab and show my profile. Then we have account settings. The account settings will show you can change your password by typing the current password as right now. I have logged in with Google, so I don't have any password, but if you logged in with email and password, then you can change it. The other thing you can do is, if we have a template, you can see that if you have to put a strong password that should be at least 8 characters, 1 uppercase, 1 lowercase, 1 number, and 1 special character. So these are the prompts that are being thrown by validations. So let's go to find a project. Now our first major use case is showing users that element project. Based on their skill sets and co-collaborators and chats, as our project management tool is not yet fully implemented. So our algorithm is working on just comparing tags to tags, and then rating them, giving them the score. The top pick tag is being ranked when you have a score of 0.8 or above. We have implemented the paginations to increase our application's response time. You can just use it. 10 per page limit is 10 per page, and you can just move it. There is another tag that is highly rated when the project is rated between 0.5 to 0.8. So if the rating is between this, then the project will be highly rated. If it's lower than 0.4, it will be a recommended project that's showing up yellow tag right now. I have dummy projects added into the database. So there are a lot of projects that are related to my skills. I will be implemented, and you can see there is another tag that is recommended. Now this rating is between less than 0.2, so we can go with the trending project right now. It's a hard-coded as our application is not yet fully completed. So, trending projects will be worked on in the most active community of that project. Like there are a lot of pull requests or features or new features that are being requested and active. Community or active projects will be ranked at the top. You can just rank it with the stars, like 15K stars for most communities that will be ranked on the trending projects in relevant projects. Your project will not be suggested. Other projects related to your skills will be suggested. But in trending projects, you can see your project's trending if it's matching the algorithm, like your project is in your projects have the biggest community, then your project will be trending, and you can view it as well. The next thing is my projects. My project is the user's project he had created, so we have these projects again. The same pagination to increase the speed. Then we have a create project. Yes, you can provide a project title. Let's test it. We should validate it there. If you can see, I think project complexity is required, size is required. And project description could be between 10 to 500 characters. So if I just type in, you can see that. The error will be changed to a length that must be at least 10 characters long, as we have already shown you the points. It should be 10 to 500 characters. So let's add some dummy content for right now, and then we can add some skills as you enter the skills that can be a mixture of frameworks, languages, and databases. You can add anything that can be used in this project like Python, ML, Node.js. Once you type and then press enter, it will become the tag. Then we have you can read between 10K lines of code, means it's not a complex project, 10 to 60K, medium, and then we have a 60 to 120K, that is industrial complex project. So these are the ratings. Let's go with 60K, then the complexity of the project. That is low complexity, moderate complexity, and high complexity. As we have chosen 60 to 120,000, it should be a high complexity. So let's create the project. When the project is created, you will be redirected automatically to the dashboard, and you can see as I have sorted it out, the recent project will be on the top. So you can see what I have just created here. What comes up next is, let's click on this now. We will be redirected to our project management dashboard. Now you can see the stats. Project name by Abdullah is hard-coded right now, but later on, we may change the UI design of this project management tool. Maybe we will be showing here a README file that will show the documentation of the project or something else, but yet these stats should be related to this project only. The previous dashboard stats are related to the user combinations of all project stats. So here we have already hard-coded it, showing some graphs that will be yet dynamic, but hard-coded values. So we can go with issues. In issues, you can filter out this by status, yet pagination is implemented again for a better response time. We have unassigned issues. Let's reset it. And then you can see that there are 30. We have one of 2 pages. You can just move to the next page, or you can just move to the first page as well. We can set the priority, a user-friendly design that's showing the priority is being set, what the priority is being set, then we can actually use it as well. So you can see that the UI design is very user-friendly. Then we can go with create issue, yet user can report the issue. We are using the standard to report the issue. That's one of our aim. In GitHub, the project owner. It's up to project owner that he should be able to what standards he should follow to report the bug by, while what I have chose is a Jira board standards to report the bug. You can provide the issue title. You can provide the issue summary. You can provide the steps to reproduce bug issues. Then an example is here. Then we have expected result. Actual result environment is basically what you are using, actually, just like now I'm using it with Chrome. Then we can mention it here. Then we have a source URL that's being the project URL, like if I have OS-COLLAB/login. So if I am facing that issue in login, then we have to mention that here. where related tags is basically what kind of bug you are facing. It can be fixed using which technologies, like if a project is being built on React.js, then you can mention the React.js that it's being related to the front-end issue or a back-end issue. Then you can mention it as the back-end is being built using Node.js. Then you can add Node.js here, but same as tags, just like while creating the project. Then you can just hit enter. Then we have a showstopper. That's the feature priority minor or cosmetic bugs, functional security, non-functional bugs where the system is being crashed, and the showstopper. You can rate it. Then we have some rules where we are basically telling the user if you are create reporting issue, if then you can just create an issue, else if you are requesting a new feature, then you should be able to use the feature forms. Go in pending issues. Right now, there is no pending issues as I have not created any, so let's create one yet. Validation is being here as well. I should be redirected to dashboard. Expected result, I should be redirected to dashboard, but the actual result is I am seeing error message says something went wrong with the status code of 500. That is being internal server error. So you have no idea of what's going on in the backend. So you, just like a window in Chrome, then we have a source URL. I'm just going to say get up and you can use it, OS-COLLAB. Don't go on /example as it's a backend issue. As the issue is 500, showing 500 error, internal server error, so we can Node.js, we can add Python, we can add ML, maybe it's related to ML, or as while creating this project, we have added these tags, so we can add these as well. Yet feature priority, we can set a feature priority, a showstopper you, so we can create an issue is being created, then you will be redirected to this one. But right now we are implementing this, or we are on implementing stages on project management tool yet. What I have just created is here. Similarly, we can go to features that is just being hard-coded using a dynamic data, but of course hard-coded right now, we have no data in database. It's using a JSON data to show these features just to implement. Yes, you can sort out as well using its ascending, descending. You can set the status, you can set the priority, very similar to what I have showed you in issues feature. Then we have a create feature. You can create a feature right now. It's not implemented on the backend yet. The API is not being designed, so we can go back to our dashboard. We are using a refresh token mechanism to discuss for the application authentication. I want to give you an overview of skill settings. You can add the skills relevant to your skill set. So you can add databases and other skills. That will be a CSS skill set. The main thing that I wanted to show is you must have a verified GitHub account right here. So you have to verify if you are not verified. A button will be available here that when you click over it, it will ask you to authorize the request. And once you are done with the GitHub verifications, it will be redirected back to your OS-COLLAB. So your account will be verified as I have already done it. So let's move toward creating a project. So for that reason, I am going to create a project for the job portal. So you can select a repository. This will only be available when you have a verified GitHub account. So if you have not verified your account, you will be unable to create a project on our platform. So, let's find the job portal. That's my repository, a public repository. So you can click on it. You have that job portal available. So yeah, these skill sets you are seeing, this should be relevant to your job portal like I have created it in the Next.js. And of course, MongoDB, Tailwind CSS, and Node.js, the guys who have that skill will be able to contribute in this project, so you can add that as well. So when I click Create a Project, the project will be created and you can see it here. So one thing I can do is I can go to my projects and we can add markup. Anything like this is a test. This is a live test. and you can preview it. So yeah, save changes. Once the changes are done, so let's go to issues. In create issues, you have to create the issue. So I have already created it using GPT. So let's copy paste it. Yeah, I have just filled out the form, so you can see you have to add the issue title, summary, steps to reproduce, expected result, actual result, environment, source URL related tags, and feature priority. GitHub initially doesn't have such stuff. You have to create your own standards while creating a repository. So in OS-COLLAB, you will already have a standardized form where people can report the issues while following the standard. One thing I want to highlight: related tags can help other users, those guys who have the skills in JavaScript, Node.js, MonDB, and Next.js will be able. This issue will be suggested to them, so they can help you solve the issue. This will not only help maintainers get more contributors, but also the contributors who want to contribute to the projects can easily find the issues within the projects that are related to their skills. Alright, so let's create an issue. So once the issue is created, you will be seeing it in a pending state right now. So yeah, of course later on, we will have that if the maintenance created issue that will be directly available in these issues. But if someone else, a contributor, comes to create an issue because we are assigning them points, we will allow them, when they reach a certain level, they will receive some batches that would help grow their profile as well. So yeah, in the pending issues, you can click on view details, so you can see that we have titles, we have descriptions. This issue detail page is actually, we have taken an idea from the Jira issues detail page. So we have tried to create more users from a user perspective that users can easily interact with our applications. You can see that the descriptions will be there. Steps to reproduce that I have added the expected result. Actual result. These attachments are dummy, of course. Later on, you will be able to attach the attachments. From here, you can comment here, but on the pending issues, you can't actually. So let's approve it. The issue is approved, and you can see that it's unassigned, right? So let's go back to my other account. Okay, so now that's my other account that I will log in using GitHub. So I have already authorized it, so it will directly let me log in. So you can see that GitHub account is there. So if I go to my Find projects, as you see that I have the skill settings available, that is JavaScript, React, Node, and MongoDB, of course. These are the tags that I have provided in the job portal. So that's a top pick for me because these are the skills that matches to that project is actually I have got that all skills. So that's the topic for me. Of course, we don't have a lot of projects right now. So that's also makes it easy to find the project. But of course, when we have multiple projects, they will be all listed. You can find it through our project finding algorithm that will help you find the projects relevant to your skills, right? So yeah, of course you can create a job portal just like I did. A contributor cannot be able to update this thing, only the owner and the co-owners. We allow project owners, actually the maintainers, to invite other users to be your co-maintainer so they can have the authority that the project maintainer has. So we can actually go to issues. So you can see that I have that issue created by the admin. So you can see that who created the issue. Of course, my other account is there, so you can see right now, you can see that this guy is seeing a request, so he can assign it to me. He can send a request from here. So when clicking on it, a request was submitted successfully and the page automatically revalidated itself and assigned a requester. And you can see that when you hover over it, that's a beautiful dev. Name is available over there. When you hover over the profile of that assigned requester. So let's go back. I will request Haider Ali to create in OS-COLLAB, actually assign a requester, request for the assigned on the same project. Haider Ali, can you do that? Haider, let's create a comment. I will go again and I will say, Haider, are you able to fix this issue? Haider. I'm sending a comment, so let me go again. So Haider, you can pass a comment. Okay, so the Haider comment is there. So yeah, right now as a maintainer, I can assign the issue either to Dev, Abdullah, Moiz, or Haider Ali. So let's add it to Haider Ali, as he is going to create a pull request, and then he will link it to mark that issue as completed. So yeah, so you are seeing this thing, right? So Haider, now can you go and create a pull request so that I will merge it and pass a comment? Now create and commit changes. And now in Job Portal, create a pull request. Okay, so yeah, as a user who is also assigned for requester can see this window, but at the same time, if I can show you that, Haider Ali can see that link pull request because we have assigned that to Haider, so only Haider is able to link pull request to that specific issue who is assigned to Haider Ali. So yeah, Haider, can you link pull request? Yes, when he clicks on it, you can see that live testing OS-COLLAB is there. Of course, that's the pull request that he wants to link with this issue. So Haider, can you click on this and link the issue? Yup, so you can see that issue is being linked. So if you can see that I'm able to see the view pull request. So you can see that the pull request is right there that I can watch actually. So now Haider Ali, can you show the status of that? As you can see on Haider Ali's screen, the status of the issue is assigned, right? Haider have linked the output request, but I have not marked it from here, right? So if I close the issue, the Haider will still be able to add any other pull request, like if he fixes that issue, but there is still a problem exists right there. So he can create another pull request that he can link. So I have just merged the pull request. So you can see that the status is on the Haider screen is done right now, right? So user is unable to done, does it mean his contribution is actually completed right now? The maintainer should be able to mark this issue as completed. As you can see that I have merged the pull request of Haider but as, and the status of the issues that is automatically done. So that's the complete backend to backup link. So Haider is link, the pull request, Haider, can you scroll down? There is an instruction given out there. You can see that this issue will be closed automatically when the linked pull request is merged. So as the pull request is merged and the status is changed to done, right? So go up, so it's done now, but still the maintainer needs to mark this issue as completed so he can click pull request as we have added multiple pull requests. So these both are available here. So he can actually come and click on this one too. It'll take it to the existing pull request. So he can always click on this view pull request, and this will redirect him to the GitHub and that specific pull request that the assigner, that the actually contributor actually linked. So once he has manually verified that pull request that he actually did the contribution, so he can mark as completed. So issue, mark as completed is done, and you can see that the authority is going now and the issue is set to completed. So if you go back, the status is marked as done. So this is what our application is doing right now. So the next target we have is we will block the duplicate issues or allow maintainers on that detail page. Actually right here on this detail page, when the issue is in pending state, the user will see the duplicate, similar duplicate issues, and then the weightage of their duplications. So we are actually working on that specific thing. This will actually help a lot of maintainers. To get rid of spamming and actually of duplicate issues, this is the big problem for maintainers that they are facing. We have a real-time notification that you can see. Haider Ali has starred your project. He created an issue in my project, and then he created an issue in my other project. So these all notifications will be available, and I can click on them to mark it as red, and then it will be available on a white background. So in invitations here, you can invite other people who invited you to the project. Those projects will be displayed here. Let's see, how can you invite that other collaborator? So if I go to the Color Picker website, I can go to a Project Authority panel. You can change the project title, you can change the project description, and then you can delete the project. That's a danger zone, so that's showing you that the data will be deleted permanently, like your issues. Everything related to that project will be deleted. So it's giving you a chance as a dialog box that if you're sure you want to delete that project, then you can delete that project. And everything will be removed in an invited collaborator. You can invite other collaborators. That invitation will be displayed on their user panels that I showed you just before. So here, we have only managed collaborators. So managed collaborators, there will be a list of collaborators who are actually contributing to my project. I can show you in my other project. One of the projects Haider and I collaborated on, this fitness tracker project. As Haider is the manager, author, or creator of the project. So I won't be able to do things like, I can change the details of the project. I can't delete the project. These things are unavailable for me, but as you can see, I am the collaborator, Haider Ali's second account collaborator, my second account as a collaborator, and Haider Ali main account as a collaborator. And you can see that his main account is showing as an owner. So of course these paginations won't work as we have a limit of 10 users. It's not filled for the first page, so we don't have that working as it's only showing you the one page. If there are more pages, then we can use the pagination. So that's the whole project we have. Now I have opened my other browser and open OS-COLLAB from Google. In my second browser, I log in with my GitHub account. And I successfully logged in my first browser and logged in through my Google account. Now I open Find Project and it will not be showing me any project because I have not set up my skills right now because it is a newly created account. In my Google logged in account, I have See the Job Open Project. I just click on it and it will redirect to the Job Portal Project dashboard. In my second browser, I will set my skill setting by providing JavaScript programming language to Node.js, Next.js, and React.js in the framework. I have to write MongoDB database and Socket.io in other skills and set the expertise level to expert. I don't need to add GitHub account because I already logged in with my GitHub account. I just need to save changes and my account will automatically verify from GitHub. It's verifying my account and successfully verified. Now go to find the project and you can see the job portal is the top pick that matches with my skills. Just open it. Now you see Abdullah created this project. Now go to the chat of this project. Open Show Threads. You can see that this project is not my created project, so I can't create any thread in this project. I will go to my first browser, which is my account, in which I have created this job portal. I just clicked on the Python discussion thread. Now you can see that the typing icon is showing in both chats when I type in the message box. See, my message is displayed in both chats. Now I can reply of any message. I can send code messages, so I copy this code and paste it into the message box, and this code should start and end with 3 dots. Now see, my send code displays in proper code format. If I do not write my code in between 3, it will not show like this. So the other things I have to demonstrate is we are using version controlling on our systems. Our whole application code is available on GitHub. That's actually a private repository. Each and every comment is there. Track what we have done. What are the issues? Who collaborated on this? These are all version controlled and saved on GitHub. Yet another thing is its Postman collection. We have properly documented our APIs testing using Postman. What we have created is being saved as an example for each case. So until it's loaded, let's check out the forget password. Reset your password. Once you have a registered email, you can send password, you can enter the email, and then you can press send code. There will be that will send an OTP code. Once you verify that, then you can reset your forgotten password. Here is the documentation of our OS-COLLAB. We have, as I said, we have properly documented it. You can see each and every example is being saved of what it's related to authentication or validations is being there already. So we have a local server as well as we have a production server. Both are hit there. We can just add, as you can see, that the current API is localhost. If I change it to live server, that is being look at this http OS-COLLAB.vercel.app/API. This is our project. Thank you.